to do a course for L'Oreal in London, and there was a Jim Dallas and amazing people, and L'Oreal was just so glamorous at the time. They rang the manager of petermarks.org and Jason and said, this guy's a natural colourist. So when I came back, I was still in my first year, he just went, you'll be upstairs with Pat from now on in. And in those days it wasn't a matter of, well, I want to be a colourist or I want to be a hairdresser. You wanted a job. Because I was brought in and I was the top colourist in, going in as the top colourist in hair and beauty, and I was suburban trained, so I wasn't thinking out of the box probably in the right way, and suddenly there was people, you know, Eurovisions and Gary Kavanagh and Michael Leon, and I was doing shoots, and that was a huge learning curve as well. And I felt I probably got really successful financially, but creatively I wasn't anywhere near I wanted to be, anywhere so I was it was a very tough time for me. I met Shay, you know, Shay already was very charismatic, you know. He was from the L'Oreal side of business and I was from the Wella side of business. We clicked straight away, you know, creatively. And at the time my work was extremely avant-garde. It wasn't at all commercial. And Shay said, that won't work here, you know, that type of work won't work here. He said, but that technique, if it's done in a different way, will make you very, very wealthy and very, very successful. Shay was a massive influence on my life because he challenged me to make my work commercial and, you know, and to turn it into something it wasn't, and said you can do this, and that was huge challenge for me, and, you know, it pushed me on. Robert Chambers was massive because, you know, he showed me the art of cutting hair, and why colourists like Annie Humphreys were so successful is because they were able to work on shapes that were just to die for. I mean, the Keavneys were massively influential in my life. They taught me, you know, there's no way, like, they gave me my break. They would just, I have so much respect for Peter Marks, 72 salons. I'd been to the Worlds a couple of times before in teams, so I'd already been to the big show. We'd gone to Barcelona, I'd done it with Cara. I knew what was involved, I knew how big it was, you know, and I knew quite early, even though everyone thought I was mad, particularly Shay, I knew quite early that I had a shot. A German lady who will, you know, I was white, I was at the end of the page, and I felt like, you know, I don't know how I felt, and she came up to me and she said to me, you know, there's moments in your life, Andrew, you know, and there's, like, when you look around this room, she said, there's moments, and she said, this is going to be one of those moments for you. But in my heart, I knew I'd won it. I knew then, I knew when it was them, and it was Edward, and it was that lady, and I walked back up the stairs. I said to Camilla, I said, get yourself ready, you put your makeup on, we're going to win this, I know we are. And I just knew then, I knew we were going to win it. I run a Wella Hairstylist online now. I have 5,000 members already this week, and it's really flying for us. We've, you know, four different admins on it. But on the page, I'm extremely protective of Wella's legacy and Wella's brand. I've got three brothers, Greg, Les, and Adrian, and they're really, really great. My eldest brother, Greg, is just a huge mentor again for me in my life. Les was just had that huge relationship with my mum and was really, really close to my mum. But we're very close as well. And then Adrian, my younger brother, he's like a tattoo artist and plays guitar and writes songs. And now he's become a stay-at-home dad, and his wife goes out and works, and he's like the best father I've ever seen. I mean, he's hugely influential, and we're all very different, and we're all very the same. My wife just changed my life completely. She just grounded me and earthed me, and, you know, she saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. I mean, within seeing my wife, I completely changed as a person, really. I hardly drink now. I don't smoke anymore. Before, you know, I did both before I went to work some mornings, you know. So I was pretty well. I definitely wouldn't be the salon it is. I wouldn't be the colourist I am today. I wouldn't be any of that if it wasn't for my wife. If I was talking to Erin, I mean, I'd thank her for coming into my life. I mean, that time after I'd won Trent and they came back out at the airport, and you know, just seeing her face, Erin's just such a special kid. She's such a special child. She wants the good and everything. She's just a really good child, and I would tell her not to ever lose that. And Caitlin, my second child, is just such a unique child. I would say to her to not worry, it'll all come good. You know, Killian's 2 now, and I do say, you know, I hope I'm here for him as long as I possibly, because I miss my dad every day, and he needs me. He needs me to be there for him more than anything else. And to try and get that. I look at them and they're my worries, they're my concerns, that my health, please God, touch wood, will stay good, and that, you know, I'll get to be there for them and to get them. I had a great dad, and they'll have a great dad. You know, they have a brilliant mum, so they're really lucky like that.